Hey. Hey, kid. Cal.
See her.
She's all right. She's all right.
You too.
You did it.
We did it. We did.
Careful.
Where are they?
Well, they're out there. Whoa, hold on. Wait a minute.
Sorry.
That was you in the water, wasn't it?
I'm glad you're okay.
Holy
This one wouldn't leave your side.
None survived Vader, but we fucking did. Holy God.
Hey.
Oh, now what?
Well, Captain, this is the end of my charter. Your contract has been fulfilled. Thank you, Grease.
Well, if it's all the same to you, I was thinking that maybe I would stick around here and take you wherever you gotta go. Besides, the kid kinda looks up to me.
Aww. Greasy.
What about that?
We use it to rebuild the Jedi Order.
The next generation of Jedi.
The Empire will be after him. Just like they're after us.
The lives of every child on that list will be forever changed.
What are you gonna do, Cal?
Not by us. Their destiny should be trusted to the Force.
Oh wow, destroyed the holocron. In a way, that's smart.
So where to now?
Trust only in the Force. Yay! We fucking did it! We did it! In a span of 2 months! Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, that is a fun as fuck Star Wars game. It's a Souls-like Star Wars game, so I'll give it like... I'll give it an... what is it? I'll give it 8.5 out of 10. An 8.5 out of 10. I like it. I like it. It was good. Damn, that's a good ass Star Wars game in this decade, man. Or all the shit Star Wars game in this decade. But there were like a few ones there. Force Unleashed was pretty dope. Like, the only like Star Wars action game I ever really like enjoyed, like at first, was Force Unleashed. But I got it for the Wii version. The fucking Wii version. And that game was fucking desaturated to shit, like in terms of color. Like you could only see like black there, or like piss brown or yellow. That shit was, you know, not fun. And it controlled hella whack because you were doing like the Wii wiggle waggle horse shit. But I'm glad that Respawn did a Star Wars actiony Souls game, you know? Like, it was a good idea, but you know, there are still some like janky Souls like elements in here, like improper hit detection, you know, constant multiples of enemies. Like multiple enemies is not really good. So it's like, oh dear, oh dear. But I do like this Star Wars game. I do like it a lot. Like, it's one of... I would call it as like one of my favorite Star Wars games. It doesn't, you know, pick up at first, because all you're doing is just like doing chores in the first two acts of the game, or the first two campaigns of the game, just like going around finding the holocron, shit like that. But when it gets to like the third act with Cal going through like a rediscovery of his own nature and retrusting himself back in the Force, like I dig that. It's kind of like a Final Fantasy VII thing with Cloud being a shithead in the beginning of the game, but by the time in like half of Disc 2 or like Disc 3, he becomes a hero and he has like resolved now to do this shit. Because like Cal in this game, in the first few chapters of the, in the first like acts of the game, or the first two chapters, yeah, 2/3 of the game in, all he's been doing is just doing chores and just like getting forced into this mess, you know. So, all it takes is just like one bad. It just like took one bad day to make Cal like see who he really is as a person. But the third act, oh my god. We get to fight Terran Malakul. We get to fight Trilla. Damn, we get to fight, you know, the Ninth Sister. Well, then again, that was that was like 2 out of 3 in. But oh my god. Like, I liked it. I liked the world building in this game. I liked, you know, the crazy shit that you can find in each world. Although there are like 6. There's 6 worlds, right? In this game? 6? There are 6 worlds, and each one had like a diverse, you know, diverse creature, fauna, things like that. Things you can collect, things you can like scan and horse shit like that. It was very fun, you know, fighting spiders. Not liking goats though. But, you know, animals is just like one thing. Fighting like human soldiers is another. You know, fighting animals, it's freaking retarded. I hate saying that word, but, you know, saying it anyway. Because they don't act like proper humans with proper window parries, you know. You can't like tell, because I was struggling with the fucking goats at the beginning of the game. It was not buenos. But when it gets to like humans and 1v1 boss battles like Trilla, the Ninth Sister, Terran Malakul, damn, that was fun. Frustrating, because that's what like Souls games are. They like test your combat abilities. But when you first play them and like actually figure out like what their patterns are, fighting like 1v1 lightsaber battles, shit man, that is dope. That is fucking dope. But fighting hordes of enemies, you know, trying to survive and manage your like system, goddamn dude, that is hard. That is hard. Sure, it's satisfying to like get it. Yeah, mommy. Not yet. Sure, it's satisfying to get like kills off from like enemies and stuff, but like when you have waves of enemies, I mean, you have like the dual-bladed saber, the dual lightsaber, the Darth Maul-ass saber, but it can only go so far, you know. And when you're in like Jedi Master mode, things don't EXP up very fast, you know. Like, you have to be very fucking careful. You have to like kill everything, but be very careful at the same time, because EXP doesn't build up that much unless you're like finding, you know, Force Sense echoes, shit like that. That whole entire final planet was nothing but like waves of enemies, and it was getting frustrating. It was frustrating because there were waves of enemies. If there were like less amount, or like a manageable amount, that would have been fine. Like, I can deal with that, but you know, when you have like 1 billion stormtroopers and you have like the Purge, you know, Purge warriors, oh my god, good luck with that. Especially the like katana ones, oh my god, good luck. I figured out how to like deal with them when I first encountered them, but oh my god, they were not. Oh my god, it is not fun in here when you have to deal with like different archetypes of enemies. If you have like hordes, it's not fun. If you have 1v1s or like mano-y-manos, yeah, it's fun. Because then you want to like figure them out. You want to see what the hell this shit can do. But I do like, you know, the what is it? I wouldn't say pacing, but like the drive, but like the arc that Cal Kestis had, from like a low to like a high, from like a low to a medium and then to a high, like kind of like this, you know, graph. It was nice. It is nice to see like that character arc move up, you know, instead of just like hiding and like locking away your fears to yourself. You accept them and like move on. The shit that he had to deal with as a young Padawan and like execute Order 66, losing his master, losing his best friend, or after, surviving the sisters, you know. Man. I didn't like Sarah that much. I did like Trilla a little bit. Cause she was just like a young Padawan and she was like manipulated to be an Inquisitor. She was just fucking betrayed by Sarah because she was doubtful of himself. Elizabeth Grulin. JB Blanc is prof? Oh really? Shit, man. Liam O'Brien is here. Wow. Oh, wow. So it wasn't James Earl Jones that did Darth Vader. It was someone else. Scott Lawrence. Okay. But damn, man. This is a good Star Wars. This is a good Star Wars game. It's a good Star Wars game of this, you know, that came out before, you know, 2020. It was a good Star Wars game of this decade. You know, like, Force Unleashed 1 was alright. Force Unleashed 2 was also alright. But then they're just, like, hammering away at, like, you know, like, Vadur. Like, this also had Vadur, but it was saved at the very end. It was not, like, all the damn time. I wanted to like fight for Dur 1v1, but like nope. Nope. Man, I wanted to fight. I want to bow with my fucking heart. But then he had to run. It could have been awesome if we had to fight him. Fight the Sith Lord himself. Oh my god. That would have been the dopest shit. I tried to run. I tried to fight him, but he just like choked me out. The menacing bastard that he is. Fucking like Mr. X, man. He just like, he won't stop. Yeah. And this being taking place between episode 3 and episode 4, or at least a little bit before episode 4. I like that because I like, you know, in between stories. I didn't want to have like that whole like mainline series connections with like Luke and Leia. There was a subtle hint of like Obi-Wan, Yoda, Star Wars 3 isms, but nothing like directly related. Like we didn't see like Luke, we didn't see like actual models of them in this game. We didn't get to see any of that. In like Force Unleashed 1, Force Unleashed 2, we had to be forced to see the character models of like Leia, Luke, things like that, because everybody loves Star Wars. Let's just throw them in. It's cash grab. But here it was very subtle. It was like very subtle. We don't need to see that. We shouldn't need to see that because that's the original trilogy. This here is its own journey. We don't need to see like something like totally start different from the original, or like any character's journey in a Star Wars, you know, esque manner. But still, it was good. Alright, so but overall I give it an 8.5. Overall I give Star Wars Fallen Jedi an 8.5. Very good game. Very good game to come out of this year. This year, Respawn did a good job making it like a Souls game. Having like lightsaber combat action Getting like double saber, getting like single saber, getting dual saber. Shit like that. I'm always get confused with like dual and double. So, sorry Chad. It's a very Souls-like game. Negatives about like is the Souls-esque nature. Like there's some like level of jank to it. There's always like a lot of like loading issues and a lot of loading in, loading out. Like characters wouldn't necessarily pop in or textures wouldn't pop in until you like give it a second, because it's console version. You don't get to see that until like a few seconds later. If it was made by Platinum, oh my god, I would love it even more. Like do focus shit, but you know, I like it where they went into this route of like the Souls-esque genre for the Star Wars game. Like it's fun. This is my first like Souls-esque game. Voice talent Mexican Spanish, what the fuck? Darth Sidious is there, what the, oh right. Alright, execute order 66. But I like it. Not like amazing. It would have been amazing if like Platinum did this. But Platinum has like a negative history with Western companies, Western gaming companies, Microsoft, you know, Activision. If they were to like go with like EA, they would have been fucked entirely. Like they would not make the shit that they would, you know, dream to do with a Star Wars game. I wish they would, you know. I wish they would make like a Star Wars Platinum game with like slowdown, saber strikes, cool looking shit like that. Use some like awesome actiony shit with the Force, you know. But I really like. But I'm okay with like the Souls-esque style that Respawn went into going into this game. I know there's gonna be like post-game stuff, like explore the world 100%, you know, this game. Because this game's not only Souls, but Metroidvania. You get to re-explore places with newfound abilities and powers, and just like 100% the holy balls out of the game, out of the levels, or the worlds, I might say, because worlds are fucking massive. Worlds are freaking massive. I do wish they would have incorporated, you know, more of the songs of the mainline Star Wars movies, like the John Williams shit, into this. That would have made it great. Because albeit its own there's original music in this game, I feel like it was, you know, quite lacking. I didn't resonate with this much. But it's like a Souls-like game, so there's like little bit of music. Souls games, they don't really have, you know, music unless it's like boss battles. Boss battles or like things of like that. There are music when you fight enemies, but they're really like repetitive. They're just like, they're alright. Actiony sequences are cool. Yeah, it's very actiony sequence. So this game is also Souls, Metroidvania, and Uncharted. Uncharted, things like that. Uncharted, Lara Croft, you know, things falling into shambles whenever you're here is the curse of the Nathan Drake, if I want to call it that. And I like those actiony elements. Going down the slide, escaping like the Ninth Sister in that segment, escaping Darth Vader. I really like that. And I do like the I wouldn't call it, you know, story, because like story in Star Wars or story in general, I don't really care about it that much. It's alright. Like they're good, you know, entertaining films. They're not here to like pick your brain out. But we're gonna talk about that in the Rise of Skywalker movie review. As soon as like the credits and everything is done, roll by, and as soon as I get my dinner, we're gonna talk the holy mother balls out of Star Wars, you know. Because I thought it was a fun as fuck film. I want to hear like your guys' opinion on the matter. Well, when we get back, we're gonna be doing some Star Wars. We're gonna be doing some Star Wars. Yeah. A very Souls, Zelda, Vania, Uncharted game. 8.5. Good story. It's all to find like the holocron. It's a very good, you know, story, because originally the whole plan was to like find the holocron and find the last few remaining Jedi, but they realized that if they do that, they would risk their location and safety from Inquisitors and the Empire. So Cal like destroyed the holocron and went with his own crew, or like his family, to go off on new adventures. They're not gonna like rebuild the Order. Rebuild the Order is gonna be like scary and stupid. This was a smart decision. Like, oh, what would happen if like the Order comes find us? What if they kill all the Padawans? What if they do the same shit that what happened to Sarah and Trilla? You know, that shit's not gonna be fun. Not gonna be fun for anybody. Why risk that? Why risk that? To maintain order? To bring back the Jedi? No, we're not gonna do that. While the Empire is still strong, we're just a small band of like rebels. We don't even get to the like rebellion until like the original trilogy. That's when the Empire is quote unquote dead, but then somehow brought back alive with the First Order. Just like the characters, the new characters, the world building, the lore behind the extra Star Wars material. Alright. As soon as the credits roll, let's see what happens. Very special thanks to George Lucas. Yep. There you go. That's Star Wars Fallen Jedi, Jedi Fallen Order. It was a good game. I like it. All this copyright stuff. All this copyright stuff. I liked Grease. Grease was pretty hilarious. I liked Marin. Didn't like Sarah though. I see where she's coming from. I do like Trilla. Nine Sisters pretty cool. Cal's cool. BD1's cute, as what a cute droid should be. Like BB-8, BD1. Literally, I could just like confuse them and call BD1 BB-8. Like, really, really. I do like Terran Malako. He was just like a former Jedi that was stranded on Dathomir until he became fucking insane and didn't believe in his creed. So he wants to set up his own order for evil purposes. But then the question is, what the hell is he gonna do with his merry band of like evil doers? What the hell is he gonna do on this like tribal ass planet? Night Sisters are dead, only like the Night Brothers are there. Are they just gonna follow Terra until like the end they die? Shit like that? There's some questions. But that's Star Wars. They give you questions. They give you shit like that. Alright, so finish the credits. What else is next?